Hey guys, Summer here, coming to you from, well, my backyard. I'm the owner of Greensboro Downtown Yoga, and I'm excited to do this partnership with Greensboro Downtown Parks. We normally get to do yoga in the parks, but in light of COVID-19, we are not going to the parks. So instead, I am virtually bringing you the park experience to your home. I hope you enjoy it. In today's practice, we are going to be predominantly on the ground, and it's going to be a great opportunity for you to move your thoracic spine and get hip movement. I'm also really focusing this week on the idea of being fearless and young, and how we can bring that sense of fearlessness into everything that we do. You know, being afraid and being free from our fear is one of the most powerful things that we can do, because fear holds us back. Fear swelters us and kind of makes us go inside. So we are going to try to find ways to connect your breath with your movement, with your mind, to slow down and let go of those fears. Okay? I want you to find a place lying. So with your head down on the mat, your legs extended long, let's just take a few moments right here to lay, to notice how your body feels in space, to let it relax. To notice your breath. Bring one hand to your chest and one hand to your belly. And I love doing this, is that feedback on where your breath is coming from. Allow your belly to rise as you inhale. Allow it to lower as you exhale. Inhale, belly expands. Exhale, lower. This is what we call diaphragmatic breathing. It takes the movement into your belly and out of your chest. When fear, when anxiety, when stress comes in, our breath becomes short into our chest versus big into our belly. Let's find ways over the next 25 minutes to be to decrease that short breath, to find our long inhales. Bend your knees and bring your palms by your side, hands down. Lift your hips to the sky. Lower your hips to the ground. In this bridge, find each vertebrae as it lifts up and then lowers back one vertebrae at a time to the ground. It's like a string of pearls is lifting you up, and then that vertebrae is one pearl at a time going back to the ground. We feel engagement into our glutes, into our abdominals, into our legs, as we generate heat. Let's do one more. Lower down. Lift your arms to the sky so they are in line with your shoulders. Then allow the fingertips to reach behind you, touch the floor, and then circle to the side like you're doing a big snow angel. Lift up. You remember the last time you laid in the snow and became a snow angel? I don't know, we didn't have any snow here this year in Greensboro. But last year I lived in Colorado and my parents came out and visited us. And next thing I knew, my mom, one day we had a big snowstorm, it was New Year's Eve. And she's down on the ground doing a snow angel. And I'm like, that's what it's about, to be free in our movement. Change direction, so now you get that big sweep up and lower down. Big reach. So you're trying to get this movement through our shoulder joints. On the next one, keep your arms lifted to the sky. Bring your knees off the ground. And I'm gonna make your brain think a little bit, I'm sorry. Your right arm and your left leg are gonna move. So right arm, left leg reaches away from each other. And then we bring this back in. Reach long and away. And back in. And what you're doing is pulling those abdominal muscles in tight. So your lower back is reached towards the mat. Each time you're bringing this knee in, see if you can bring it into your chest and get a little bit of movement into your hip joint. Let's do one more each side. Hug your knees into your chest. Just give this great little moment of hug. Both knees come into your chest. Arms reach to the sky. You're going to lengthen, extend your right leg. Both arms come in. Inhale. Exhale. You're going to curl into this little ball. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Reach. Now notice I'm getting that movement through my hip joint, right? This is such a great way to generate heat in our body in a way that is a little bit different. Now you're gonna notice, I'm gonna stop moving my head at this point. I have a neck injury and it's really so much nicer for me to keep my head on the ground. And maybe you're the same. Let's do one more. Hug your knees into your chest, little rock. It's gonna be kind of a fun moment because we're gonna put that into a little flow. So your feet come to the ground, arms reach to the sky. Inhale as your hips lift. Exhale as your hips lower. Inhale as your arms circle back and around. Arms come down by your side. Inhale them back and around. Lift to the sky. Legs lift. Right arm, left leg. Inhale. Opposite. Come in. Extend your right leg. Both arms. Oh my goodness, my brain. I got distracted because there's this really pretty bird flying over my head. Inhale. And come in, I just don't want it to poop on me. And lower our feet, hands come down. Let's do that again, I'll be a little more focused. Inhale as we lift our hips. Exhale as we lower down. Inhale, sweep our arms. But you know what? One of the joys of being outside is that we can get distracted by what is around us. And that's sometimes the most freeing thing we can do. Arms come up, legs lift. Is we get so focused that sometimes we don't even realize the things that are around us that can bring us such joy. And maybe it is a bird flying overhead. Right leg, both arms, hug in. Reach and hug. All right, one last time to do this flow. So arms are up, hips lift. Inhale. Exhale down. Reach your arms back, circle them around. Inhale. Exhale. Circle. Arms and legs both come up. Dead bug. Opposite arm and leg. Come in. Dead bug. Double or single leg extension. One leg, both arms. Hug in. This comes from Pilates. Both arms, one leg. Hug your knees in, gentle rock. Let's roll to our right side and flip over to all fours. Here in all fours, hands under our shoulders, knees under our hips. Look into your belly for a cat. Exhale, look to the sky for a cow. You're finding articulation through your spine. It's moving in a way that you're mid-back. So this area, you're really trying to get movement in. Inhale. One more. Exhale. Oh, I just had a little ant friend join me. Hi, ant friend. We're going to push you off to the side. There we go. Hold right here, neutral spine. Lift your right arm and your left leg. It's just like that dead bug that we were just doing. But now you have to lift up out of your hip and pull tighter into your tummy. Exhale down. Other leg, other arm, reach. Find this lift in the center of our body versus letting ourselves cave in. We lift and we extend. Come back down. You're going to make little circles with your rib cage. So we look into our belly. We circle over to the side. As we do, we start to look up like you're doing a cow. And then maybe you go all the way down onto your hips. It does not have to look a certain way. What it's doing is bringing fluidity, let's go both directions with it, into our hips, into our back. Big movements of that spine. One more big circle around. Come settled. Lift your left arm to the sky. Reach and circle your wrist. Feel that freedom of movement in your wrist. Take a big deep inhale. Exhale as your arm threads underneath. We rest the side of our head on the mat and reach our arm, opposite arm forward. And I want you to try to press into that hand that's on the mat forward to get more rotation through the middle of your back. Come back in. Big deep inhale. Exhale down. Other side. Lift your arm. Circle your wrist. Look towards your hand. Notice if you have to start to shift into your hip in order to get this movement. Exhale, thread your arm. So what was I saying? You push this in and notice how it allows me to kind of rotate a little bit more into my mid-back. Come back to center. Inhale, cat. Exhale, cow. Inhale, neutral spine. Exhale, stay there. Right arm, left leg, bird dog. Lengthens. Pull your knee into your nose. Find that rounded spine. Lengthen long. And then come back down. Reach your opposite arm and leg. Find these moments where you can be a little fearless in your balance moments. This is balance. It's just on the ground. Come down. Let's circle our body. Circle. Find as big and fluid with that moment and movement as you can. Go both directions. Come back to neutral. Inhale, your right arm lifts to the sky. Exhale, you're going to thread it through, but it's only going to go back, so you're trying to reach for your heel. Inhale high. Exhale, hand to ground. Inhale, left arm. Reach through. So find as if you're trying to grab a rope and pull it. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale, cat, round your spine. Exhale, arch, look to the sky. Find the movement of your circles. How different can it be? I was a dancer. I went to UNCG. It was a double major, and one of them was dance. The other one was exercise science. But regardless, this was a movement that we actually had to do quite often because it's about finding that fluidity of movement. And it allowed us to be courageous in finding that different way that we could move. Sit your weight or stay in neutral. Find neutral, long spine. Lift your right arm, left leg. Hold spinal balance. Exhale, pull in. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, down. Reach the opposite arm. Pull in. Reach long. So if I have any other UNCG alum out there, give us a shout out. Yay, UNCG, right? Go Spartans. Round in. Look tall. Come neutral. Lift your right arm up. Thread through. Feel that reach to your hip. Inhale high. Exhale down. Other side. You push into your palm to get that reach and that length and that extension and neutral. Walk your hands forward. Lift your hips and find downward dog. We're not spending a lot of time in downward dog or standing today. I more want you to take this chance with your heels, feet wide, and your hands on the floor to take your right hand and lengthen and stretch to your left leg. It's not necessarily about how low you come, but about finding the rotation and looking under your armpit. Come to center. Bend your knees, sit back to child's pose. Ooh, we might have a puppy join us here. I see one running towards me. This is Ty. This is my puppy. I don't know if we know he just came out. And come up. Maybe he'll join us for a downward dog right here. Downward dog. Lengthen and extend the opposite hand towards our foot. So remember, we're getting this great long stretch. Come back and bend your knees. Sit back to child's pose again. Lift yourself up, downward dog. Now, with downward dog, start to walk your feet to the front of the mat. Fold over, bend your knees, roll up. It feels nice to stand, doesn't it? You're going to find the edge of your mat. And I want you to take your right foot, place the toe right along the edge of the mat. And then your left foot's going to come behind it with the foot there on the edge. Your heel and your toe. Oh, it looks like we got all three puppies out here. So we'll see if they all join us here in a moment. I think someone just forgot I was out here filming. Cool. Puppies are fun. Arms are reached forward. Shut your eyes. Take both feet wide. Sit our weight down into heels. And you're in this wide, deep chair. Now step to the other side. Take your opposite foot behind you, and you're on this edge. So this is what we call a tandem balance. A time when both feet are on the ground, yet we're being forced to balance, right? It's kind of fun. Step your feet wide, sit low. Lift your arms high, step to the opposite side. So right foot is back, left foot is forward. Arms are forward, eyes are shut. By shutting our eyes, we take out a moment of balance. Lift our arms high, step wide, sit low into chair. This is a wide chair where I'm asking your knees to go out over the center of your foot so that we can sink deeper into our hip for something we're going to do in a moment. Lift up. Let's take the left leg behind, the right leg forward. This is the last time you're doing this. Shut your eyes. Step wide, lift your hands, sink low. Stand all the way up, big deep inhale. Bring your hands to heart center. Lift your right leg. So now I want you to lift this leg. Bring that hip crease that we've been finding. Open your knee out to the side and then lower your leg down. Do that again. So we're lifting up and over. I call this over the fence because that's what it should feel like you're doing. You're coming up and over. You can feel this into your hip joint. Now I have a tendency to want to look down at my feet as I do it, but I want you to stand tall. Look in front of you. See what you see. I see a really beautiful red tulip, actually. And around. Let's come back in. Let's switch sides. Lift up and around. And around. Notice and just observe. Does one side feel different compared to the other? Do you have more tightness in one hip? Or maybe the balance on one side? Beautiful. Come to center. Lift your arms high. Exhale as you forward fold. Step yourself back to downward dog. Feet go wide. Take your right hand to your left foot, cross. Inhale, downward dog. Exhale, left arm. Inhale. Exhale as you walk your feet back up. Bend your knees, roll up. As you do, you're gonna lift your right leg. It's gonna come over the fence and back down. And then up and over and down. Left leg lifts up and over. And comes back in. Lift your right leg. It's gonna step right in front of your left foot. Ooh. Arms reach forward, balance moment. So being fearless to me is about taking risks in movements that are maybe uncomfortable or different, and balance is definitely one of those. Lift up and down. Lift your left foot. Place it right in front. Now both toes should be directly forward in this move. Lift yourself up. Come back down. We're going to do that flow one more time. Here's how it goes. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Step back to downward dog. So just immediately find that wide downward dog. Your right hand crosses to your left foot. Lengthen and look under. Inhale. Left arm. Exhale, crosses. Inhale, come back to center. Bend your knees and just walk your hands up. I would like you to find that challenging place of going from low to lifting a leg. Go over the fence. Now, we're going to go straight to finding that place with your foot in front. Arms reach. Shut your eyes. Bring your hands to heart center. Lift your leg up, place it down. Let's go over the fence with the left leg. Over and back and step it right in front. Lift your leg, lower it down. Big deep inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Step back to downward dog. It's the last time you're here. Your feet are wide. Bend your knees. Sit back to child's pose. Reach your hands forward. Hold right here for another breath. Walk both hands to the right side of your mat. Press your hand on top and just feel that stretch along your back. Come up and over to the opposite side. Stretch long. Come back to center in child's pose. Let your head rest on the mat. Let your arms be relaxed by your side, behind you, or in front of you. Just let your head rock side to side. Stimulate the skin on your forehead. Settle in for a moment right here. Move your fingers, wiggle them around. Move your wrist. And let that movement kind of move through your body as you come to a seated position. Finding this tall seated position. Sitting as tall as you can. We got puppies about to join us, I think. Lift your body. With your hands at heart center, allow yourself to come to center. Sit tall. In these moments of life, when things don't always go as planned, it's okay. Being fearless is taking those chances. Go into the rest of your day with a renewed sense of energy, calmness, and gratitude. On behalf of myself, Greensboro Downtown Yoga, and our partnership with Greensboro Downtown Parks, thank you. Until next time, I'm Summer. Bye.